Well, it's 5:15.
No, I'm good.
You got a minute. I'll wait. I'll call to order the February 5th, 2025 Fishers Plan Commission meeting. Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. DeReamer. Present. Mr. Fain. Here. Ms. Logan. Here. Mr. Peterson.
Here.
Mr. Moulter. Here. Ms. Stoller. Here. Mr. Richards. Ms. Jackson. Ms. Frazier. Here. Mr. Stevenson.
Here.
Thank you.
We do have a quorum to conduct business this evening. First agenda item is the approval of the January 8th, 2025 minutes.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor use the voting sign aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. Thank you. Next, we have our public hearing matters. We have Plan Commission resolution for Consolidated Fishers I-69 EDA, and then also a Plan Commission resolution for a designated taxpayer, the Andretti project. And I believe we have Mr. Lawrence Summers with the city who's going to present for us.
Hello again, Lawrence Summers with the Controller's Office. I want to talk about these two things together. They're not really together, but procedurally they're the same. What you have before you, the first one is combination of the EDA areas, a little bit of a view over TIF stuff. EDAs are kind of a bigger overall areas, and allocation areas exist inside EDAs. We have two separate EDAs we would like to combine because you can use allocation areas only in that particular EDA, so this just gives the Redevelopment Commission more flexibility. The second item, the Andretti, just allows us to designate the designated taxpayers to collect personal property that we can use towards debt service for those deals when they go back through the Redevelopment Commission. Procedurally, this is like when you guys agreed to create allocation areas, so this was passed before the RDC first. If it's passed here, it'll go to City Council again for approval, and then back to the Redevelopment Commission for a public hearing and final approval. If there's any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Yes, Brad?
On the Andretti one, is that going to be for the IndyCar or Formula One?
This is specifically for the way that deal is structured. This is so allows us to collect the personal property for the debt service. I believe the Andretti team is planning on purchasing their own bonds as a developer-backed deal. So this just allows them to collect the personal property that they're going to be generating to go towards that debt service. I have not. It's just the two designated taxpayers that are indicated.
It's Formula One. Is this separate? Correct. It's just what it was called, so they can get this thing done so they can collect.
Well, we started with Indy, correct?
You can't touch each other, evidently, Brad, with Indy and Formula One, so.
Thanks, Brad. Any other questions?
A rich person's problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
At this time, I will open the public hearing for both resolutions. If there's anyone from the public who would like to address these resolutions, please approach the podium. Please share with us your name and your address. Seeing none, we will close the public hearing. Any additional comments or questions?
Motion to approve.
We have a motion by Pete.
Second.
We have a second by Ms. Logan. Roll call, Kay, please.
Mr. DeReamer. Yes. Mr. Fain.
Yes.
Ms. Logan? Yes. Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. Moulter? Yes. Ms. Stoller?
Yes.
Ms. Frazier? And Mr. Stevenson?
Yes, the motion does carry, and that motion is for both resolutions.
Are we allowed to do that, Rodney? Okay. I want to make sure legally we're not getting ourselves in trouble. I've tried to do that in my council meetings, and somehow they tend me to separate them.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I thought it was appropriate to do that, yeah.
just double check with our attorneys.
Yeah. Well, those are the only public hearing matters we have. Ross, do we have any staff communications today?
I will give a summary of council action, if you don't mind, since we brought you all in, that is on the agenda. So at our last council meeting, we did have a work session where we began the discussion of our rental registration program across our city. The intent of that is looking at a program that would cap the rentals within a subdivision or neighborhood to 10%. So we're still working on that and plan to bring forward an ordinance before city council within the next month or two. We anticipate working heavily with existing HOAs and how their guidelines would work with ours as well. Council did approve an amendment to our noise ordinance, which is enforced by our police department. Something that came before this board here was the approval of the Balmoral Village PUD, which if you guys remember is a residential infill along Allisonville at the old Balmoral property, 69 single-family homes and 105 townhomes, new construction on the west side. And then we also had the second and third reading of the Southeast Fishers annexation, which begins the 90-day remonstration period. Today, if you weren't aware, was also the State of the City. So if you weren't able to attend, I would encourage you to watch it on the city's YouTube page. I appreciate Councilor Peterson for this comment. 34 years of dedication to service and the announcement of retirement. The mayor announced the renaming of our DPW facility to the Eric P. Pethel Public Works Complex. Eric has been here with the city for a very long time. Something that I thought was interesting was his first day was the opening of Holland Park, so that kind of tells you the breadth of his time here. We had an announcement of expansion of restaurants and retail near the event center with the BW development, continued investment of our life science companies, an announcement of AgriPark 2.0 also on the west side, and then a proposed Target near exit 210 along East 136th Street. So
Adjacent to IU Saxony Hospital.
that is correct. Yep. So like I said, if you weren't able to attend today, I would encourage you to watch that because the mayor went over lots of other things, success of the past decade. So thank you for your service tonight.
Thanks, Ross, and thanks for that information. Seeing no other agenda
Motion to
items.
adjourn.
We are adjourned, Pete. Thanks, Kim.